Hello everyone, welcome back to my planet. My name is Mehreen, and if you don't know what this channel is about, it's just documenting my weight loss journey. I've lost about 60 pounds during Weight Watchers, and I started years ago. I started during their Points Plus program, and then it went on to Beyond the Scale, and then it went on to Freestyle, which I didn't like, and then it's been quite a while, so I'm just sharing the gems that I've learned at my meetings and doing this journey along with you guys. So if that's something you're into, please feel free to subscribe and go ahead and like this video and leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. So today is Saturday, and usually I go in to weigh in today. However, I did not because if you've been following along, you know that's not obvious. I got COVID. Yeah. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go and weigh in and infect everyone there. Nope. But sorry, but I do go to get tested again tomorrow. I won't find out till Monday if I still have it or not. I hope not. So let's all say a prayer. So, but I still can't, but that doesn't mean I can't give you guys a video. So my Hot Girl Summer Challenge is still going along. Oh my gosh, it's almost over. We're almost done with July, and we got one more month to really kick it and put it into gear. So if you're a part of the challenge, and all you gotta do to be a part of the challenge is just say you're in and tune in and watch my videos. And if you're still in with the challenge, let me know how you guys are doing. You guys are doing great from what I've heard. I love hearing you guys say like, oh, I fell off track or whatever, but I'm still in it. I'm still going. That's what matters. That's what counts. So you guys are doing awesome. I'm so happy about this challenge, and I think I'm gonna do another Lean for Halloween challenge starting maybe September 1st, so you guys don't really get a break. Or I don't know, should it just be October and see how much damage we can do in the month of October, or September as well? I don't know, you guys let me know. Another challenge. Love these challenges. But anyways, so it doesn't mean that I can't still, just because I didn't weigh in doesn't mean I can't still talk to you guys. And I got a little surprise that I'm going to be talking about. But first, how did my week go? I ate. Let me tell you, I ate. And I ate to like fuel my body, to help give me energy, help give me strength, help keep me, I don't know, I ate. I had pizza yesterday. No regrets, but yeah, I ate. But today I was like, you know what? I'm feeling much, much, much better, and I don't need to still be eating all crazy. So today is a fresh start. I got a new set of points. So let me rein it in and let me do this proper. So I'm starting to track today. So hopefully next week I'll also be able to exercise some. Anyways, you guys, I promised you this long time ago. I'm sorry I didn't deliver, but I'm delivering now, so that's what matters. I thought I would do a nice little chapter by chapter review of the Shift book. And yes, dun dun dun, this was a really popular book by Gary Dr. Foster, who's the chief scientific officer at Weight Watchers. He's PhD. And I thought I would do a couple series of videos talking chapter by chapter. So today I'll go over chapter 1. So he starts with an introduction, and he really establishes himself, establishes his qualifications and what makes him, you know, why he can talk about this. He's a PhD, he's a doctor. See, that's the introduction. And so yeah, this book, it's about losing weight, and it is about getting healthier, but there's a but. You're not gonna find like any recipes in here. You're not gonna find any exercise programs, anything. It's all mental. And what do I say? 99.9% of the battle is all mental. This journey is all mental. So that's what it's about. And so that's what the introduction is basically about, establishing himself, and yeah, just talking about reaching our weight loss goals, blah blah blah, all that stuff. And then we get to chapter 1. Yeah, I like how he did that. I must be tough on, and it's crossed out, kind to myself to lose weight. So this chapter is all about self-compassion. And he talks about how whenever he starts his meetings, it's always, what's the single most important tool for success on the weight loss journey? And people say different things, but it's honestly self-compassion. And that's what he goes on to talk about. He just talks about how we really have to be nice to ourselves, and it's so easy to be mean to ourselves. He gives a lot of real life examples that we use ourselves, like saying things like, oh, I ate a blueberry muffin and I'm a failure. And it's like, hold on, pause, take a step back. You're a failure because you had a blueberry muffin. You're a horrible person because you had a muffin. Eating, it's not morally aligned. We say, oh, I'm a bad person because I ate this and this. No, food doesn't have a moral alignment. There's no good or bad food. So, and right here, I highlighted a whole bunch of stuff throughout this book. Self-compassion is really just turning compassion inwards. Yes. So, see? Let me show you guys these things. Feel free to pause it if you'd like. But, these are my, no, these are my little bookmarks that I use. And, he talks about being kind and understanding to yourself rather than engaging in self-criticism when you have setbacks or feel bad about yourself. This is one of the components of self-compassion. Mindfulness, or being aware of and accepting your experiences right now, blah, 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 all that stuff. So just be nice to yourself, dude. And, yeah, so he gives like real world examples of people he's worked with and some of what they talk about. And this girl, she said, this was a really interesting case because this girl, Taylor, she said that she's like a serial quitter. Who else? And she wanted to take on a 52 hike challenge. What does that mean? Oh, 52 hikes in a calendar year. And so she would like get to 9 hikes and quit, 36 hikes and quit. And by her third time trying, she finally completed all 52. But here's the thing about mindset. She did all those 52 hikes, but she was like so angry, and she said like terrible things to herself while doing it. And she would say things like, you're too fat for this, you're not made for this, everyone's passing you, you're so slow. But the thing is, she was already on the trail, and she was already hiking up that mountain, and she was already doing it. And yeah, she achieved that 52-mile hike, but she did it and she was miserable, but she could have enjoyed it so much more. And if she had been more compassionate to herself the entire time. Isn't that us? Like, yeah, we'll get to goal, but if we're getting to goal and we're saying such mean and horrible things to ourselves, like, I know I say this, and I can't be the only one, but for example, like, this isn't in the book, this is me. But if we're saying things like, welcome to book club, no. But if we're saying things like, oh, you stupid fatty, this was all of the quesadillas you couldn't stop eating, this was all the muffins you couldn't stop eating, you just had to eat like you did, and you put yourself in this place. Yeah, that might be true, but I don't need to say it. That's not helpful in getting me to my goal. Yeah, okay, it might help push me towards it, but what's the point in getting the goal if I'm just going to be miserable throughout the journey? Whereas if I'm saying things like, yeah, I get to eat mud cakes, and I get to eat this, and I get to eat that, and I get to do this and that while being on this weight loss journey, are we not going to enjoy that more? And if we say like, yeah, I get to hang out with my friends while doing this, and I get to do this, and I get to do that, aren't we going to enjoy the journey a lot more than if we're kicking ourselves in the pants? I would think so. So something to think about. And then he talks about all of these self-compassion myths and whatnot. So if you guys want to read it, go ahead and read it. But there's like a lot of myths, and he's just debunking them. Like, the harsher I am with myself, and I deserve the harshness, the better I'll do. I really feel like that. To me, it works. That's what got me to be on Weight Watchers. But for a lot of people, it doesn't. And why do we say such things? What makes us think that that's an effective pep talk? For some people, it is. There's always an anomaly. So it is for some people, but for a lot of people, if you're harsh on yourself, it's not going to work. However, if you're nice to yourself and you're saying things like, I don't know, if you're saying things like you deserve it, you're worthy of this, you got this, then it's going to be totally different. So I understand why it's called the shift book, because you're shifting your mindset to it. And then to conclude the chapter, he talks about some techniques for building self-compassion and self-love. So there's 2 techniques. The first is, and you might hear this a lot if you go to meetings, to talk to yourself like you would talk to a friend. So imagine like you have a setback, any type of setback. And imagine it's not you, but it's like a close friend, someone you absolutely love who has this setback. So how are you going to talk to them? What would you say to him or her? And then once you've done that, think about right now in this moment, as it is with you. What are you saying to yourself? What tone of voice are you saying to yourself? Does it feel cruel or kind? And speak the words aloud or write them down, whatever works for you. And then see, is there a difference between answers 1 and 2? I think for a lot of us, we can say, yeah, there is. Why? What might lead you to treat yourself differently from what might lead you to treat yourself differently from others? And what would you change if you talked to yourself the way you would talk to a friend, or the way a friend would talk to you? I think that's a pretty good exercise. And the next time I have like a negative type of thing, I think I'm gonna do that. I feel that would be, I don't know if it'll be effective or not, but it doesn't hurt in trying. And if you find that it doesn't help you at all, then guess what? You don't gotta do it. So the second tip, and this will be my last thing, is, or the second technique, is to write a note to yourself. This exercise helps you to acknowledge and accept what's going on with you, to talk to yourself with more kindness, and to help going forward. I recommend you do this all the time. So he's totally stealing this from me, but grab a pen or paper. You could even do it on your phone. You could type it up, whatever is easiest for you. And find a quiet place where you can write uninterrupted for 15 minutes. And before writing, identify something about you that you're struggling with, like a setback or anything that you have encountered, something that makes you feel like you're not good enough, and reflect on how it makes you feel sad, embarrassed, angry. And then write a letter to yourself. Imagine you are a close friend or family member who loves and accepts you unconditionally. In your letter, express compassion, understanding, and acceptance for what you are struggling with. Consider the following as you write. Setbacks happen to everyone, and it's normal to have things about yourself that you wish were different, blah, blah, blah. Think about how many other people in the world, blah, 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 are struggling. Recognize that setbacks are not your fault, and that this thing may only be the result of many whatever. So, lastly, in a compassionate, non-judgmental way, ask yourself whether there are ways you could improve or better cope with the situation. And then finally, put the letter aside for a day or 2. And then set a prompt to reread it. Then keep it close by for the next time you have a setback or you're feeling down. And that was the end. And just self-compassion is the cornerstone of a successful journey. Keep in mind, self-compassion is something that's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some while. And I like that he wrote, I don't know, he addressed this somewhere. I don't know if it was the first chapter or the second, but I always think about like being toxic when it comes to self-compassion, and we start saying things like, oh, it's okay, I haven't tracked for 3 months straight and I gained 25 pounds, but it's okay, you still go to meetings. No, we have to I like he said, to identify it, identify the problem. No, there's obviously a problem. What's the problem? How are we gonna address it? You can address it, you can do it, so let's do it. But anyways, that was the first chapter. Sorry, it was wonky. The second chapter, I still gotta read it, and then I will tell you guys what it's about. But essentially, the first chapter was just on loving yourself and being patient and good self-compassion. I don't know. I think this is a great read, and you guys should really check it out on Amazon. I don't know how much it is on Amazon, but I'm sure it'll be on your Kindle or anything as well. And if you like, I don't really like self-help books, I don't read them, but this is a pretty good one. I like it so far based on the 1.5 chapter I have read. So you guys feel free to like pick it up if you'd like, or if not, tune in. I will be reviewing the rest of the chapters as I read them. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am hungry. I need to go get, what should I get for lunch? I was gonna say leave in the comments what I should get for lunch, but like it's not like you guys are responding right now. So, oh, my stomach's rumbling. Anyways, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. And did you learn anything with this? Let me know. Your guys, have you read this book? What did you think about it? Let me know everything in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next week. Oh my gosh, exciting stuff. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.